Hey, what's up, you guys? It is your girl JoJo, and I'm in my nighttime clothes. I just washed my hair. I got my conditioner on and my timer set. So if you see some water, just mind your business. But I was not waiting until tomorrow. I just got done watching the last 3 episodes. It's only 6 episodes for Blood and Water, so that's probably why people were able to get through it so quickly. I did not know that. I thought it was 10. So I just got done watching, and y'all, I got to talk about it tonight, okay? I'm probably going to be wide open, so I'm just letting y'all know now, all right? Okay. Hope don't let me pop out, because it's nighttime, JoJo. Okay. So can we talk about the inappropriate relationship between student and teacher? Now, I didn't talk about it last review discussion, but I'm going to talk about it now. So Fix is in a relationship with her coach slash teacher, her swim coach. This was a guy who had dreams of going to the Olympics. He was headed there. He had an injury, couldn't go. Now he's a high school swim coach, all right? So a dream deferred. But in the midst of this dream deferred, him and Fix start messing around. They are carrying on a full-blown relationship. They are having sex at school, having sex at hotels. They have a relationship going, texting, photos, all of that, right? So even though Fix is 17, see, this is the dicey part. He's done nothing legally wrong, but morally, according to the code of conduct of the school, of course, you don't want your students dating a teacher. Morally, it is wrong. And, you know, when you start getting in those kind of situations, it gets really, really dicey because this is your teacher. And so there's already this like admiration, and I don't know, it just gets really dicey. It's a bad idea. How many times have we said here on the YouTube, on the television screens, wherever you go, discussion boards, if you go have an affair, and not that I'm having discussions about having an affair, because I don't do that, but if you go have an affair, you have an affair with somebody who has something to lose. Now, don't get me wrong, baby girl is very popular, and baby girl, you know, got a lot ahead of her. But she's 17 years old. She really ain't got that much. If somebody were to blow the whistle, her parents are going to bail her out. You, on the other hand, are a grown man with a pregnant wife who is paying all the bills around there, which we later find out, probably did make him feel emasculated, probably did make him feel some type of way, maybe felt like a failure. But I mean, what? I mean, are these conversations that you had with her? Did you let her know this? Did you ever? I mean, what? What did you think she was ashamed of you? If you felt some way about her paying the bills, you know, maybe another alternate career path. Where I don't know. Okay, but I just feel like these things should have been discussed before we got into bed with said 17-year-old who you had to know you were going to get caught. Let me tell you something about teenagers. They can't hold water. I know grown people right now who can't stop telling people who they had sex with. And I will tell you that most of them are guys, actually. And they're not going to hold your secret. They are not going to hold your secret. Whenever it comes out that a teacher has been having a relationship with a boy, and the boy tells, people be like, oh man, I wouldn't have told. Yes, you would have. You a grown man and still telling people who you sleeping with. So yeah, you would have told. That's what teenagers do. That's what teenagers discuss. That's what teenagers talk about. They tell their business, right? Not every teenager, but most of them. So they were bound to get caught, right? But if you're going to be doing stuff like that, yeah, 17-year-old in your school is definitely not the move. I actually think they need to move the age up for teachers anyway. Because when you be in them early 20s, it get too dicey. Okay, they going to college, you recently out of college. Not saying that every teacher like that. I'm just, you know, maybe it might be a good idea. What y'all think? I don't know. I ain't no teacher. Okay. So, we get that out the way. They get blasted. And what did y'all think about the wife coming in and confronting Fix? What do y'all think about the women coming and confronting the other women in general? I always say that your issue is with your husband or your man. I understand the frustration though, like in the anger and wanting to confront. But the only thing I'll say about that is you don't want to put yourself in a position, A, because it's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. And B, because you know your man. Well, up until this point, you knew your man, but you don't really know her, right? And you don't know how she's going to operate or behave, or whether or not she's going to go off. And those situations could end badly because people are crazy, especially when it comes to love and passion. Like, you want to be careful with coming with the vitriol because you might be dealing with somebody who is a couple of notches crazier than you are, right? And she was pregnant. I felt bad for her. I did. I felt really bad for her. When she kicked him out and he made the comment that you never wanted a high school coach and you were paying for everything and am I so disposable to you? Let me tell you something. Don't flip this. Okay, you was the one having a relationship with a 17-year-old. Don't try to now make me feel bad about some other stuff. Because if that's how you felt, you should have talked to me about that before you got in between the legs of, say, a student. Don't try to flip this. Don't let him flip it on you, pregnant woman. Don't let him do it. Okay, she didn't know. She gave him his bags, told him, go ahead. All right, go ahead, because he really doesn't have too much. But yeah, maybe they had these discussions before. I mean, the focal point is not them, so we'll never truly know. But in the midst of an argument, now is not the time for you to flip this. You can talk about these issues if we go to therapy, but don't try to flip it on me right now. Okay, get your stuff, get out. Anyways, so what's next? What do you guys think about Fix blowing the whistle on it? I expected her to do it. I expected her to do it because she's a teenager. And teenagers get mad, and it's guns blazing at that point. I thought she was bluffing at first, but it turns out she actually did tell her parents. Her parents went in there, they wanted them out, and all of the fallout from that. But she still wanted to talk to him, even though she had already blown the whistle on him. It's like she blew the whistle and then she regretted doing so. So I don't know. I don't know if she wanted to ruin his relationship, if it was if I can't have you, nobody can have you situation. That's why I say, Chrissy, you should have got with one of them teachers in there. Another one of them teachers, that had a husband, didn't want nobody to know. I ain't trying to tell nobody how to do it. I'm just saying, if that's what you gonna do, I ain't saying no more. Okay, that's it. That's all. I'm not a cheater teacher or anything like that. I don't condone that. I just don't understand the sloppiness in this situation. We talked about that too long. Now, where do I want to go to next? Okay, so the video that came out with Pulang's father, again, another unfortunate situation, another way that we can see how social media just dominates the lives of children and adults. Like the way that people you can't even have, I don't know. I'm just glad I went to school when I did, because I never got into a lot of arguments in high school, but even if I did, I wouldn't have wanted to get into it with somebody, and next thing I know, I'm looking at a recording and I've had an outburst, and now it's on the World Wide Web. Or somebody got in a fight and they caught the L, and now it's all over the internet. You already are embarrassed, and now it's all over the news and all over the internet, and now you're even more embarrassed because now you got to deal with it from everybody. So it completely blew up with Pulang around the school. It completely blew up with Fisk and the teacher. Wendy, what's wrong with Wendy, you guys? What does Wendy represent? Does she represent the tabloids in this story? Does she represent the haters? Like, I was trying to figure out the whole time, what is Wendy a representation of? Because she just will, it's like the flame is about to go down. Everybody's about to leave the cookout, and Wendy will come and throw lighter fluid on the charcoal. It's just the craziest thing. She just has to keep a story going. Maybe she does represent the tabloid in this whole situation. Maybe she represents the blogs in this storyline. So then we go to, now this is random. I didn't like that Pulang had her first time on the floor of the school. Like, I'm sorry. If I'm losing my virginity, matter of fact, if anytime it's the first time, baby, you got to put this delicate flower in a bed. Are you kidding me? You are not finna have me doing it on no floor with my tennis shoes on. No, ma'am, Pulane. No, I know you was raised better than that. I was disappointed. Let's talk about Wade, right? So Wade finally does get the notification that he is in the friend zone. I was at least glad that Pulane told him she did like him, but she also really liked KB. And she wanted to see where it was going. I was glad she kept it real with him instead of stringing him along. I was glad for that. What I wasn't too proud about was the fact that she still felt like she deserved his help. And I was proud of Wade for standing up for herself and saying, no, I'm not going to help you. Okay, I can't just do the whole friend thing with you. But then he says, I'm going to help you a little bit with the last bit of it. And then after that, we're going to be done. I said, Wade, now you can't stand your ground and then go back in. But it's all right. So I figured Wade and the other girl were probably going to end up getting together because they're both kind of, have that whole socially awkward thing going on. And that's fine. You have to get with somebody who likes you genuinely for who you are. You can't expect for everybody to like you or agree with what your personality is. And for y'all kids out there, or some of y'all hurt older people too, that's still dwelling on high school things and early college. Let me just tell y'all this, because I used to go through this too about people who didn't like me. You want somebody who likes you genuinely for you. And I know that's what our parents and stuff always say, but it's true. And I'm going to tell you why. I've been on this earth for a little minute, right? I've been on this earth for a little minute, and I've seen some things go down. And I have seen it where the young lady gets with the guy who is safe and who is nice and who'll do things for her and, the safe guy. I've seen girls do that. And I've seen guys get with the girl who is loyal, who's held him down, who's been around for a long time, who he might have been dating, since 11th to 12th grade, went to college, they went to different schools, he was messing around, but, she stayed down. So he got with her, even though he didn't feel any spark anymore with her. She didn't bring any spark into his life. I've seen women get with a nice guy and there's no spark. There's no connection. There's no genuineness. I've seen these people get married, have children. And you know what's going on in these relationships the whole time? Either everybody's miserable, okay? And I do mean everybody, because eventually you catch on to the fact that that person doesn't like you for you. So everybody's miserable or everybody's cheating. And I usually see a divorce happen, or I see them stay together for the kids and just be miserable. And I have seen that happen more times than I would care to see it. So, again, you want somebody who does like you genuinely for you. Of course, you want to make a smart decision, but there does have to be a level of, there has to be a connection there. There really, truly has to be a connection. Now, you don't want that connection to be solely based off lust, because that'll get you got too. But just remember that as you're dating and you're navigating this world, try not to let too much of that overwhelm you. Anyway, okay, that was my mommy moment for the night. So, yeah, Wade helps her out, and Wade ends up kind of leading her to what the truth is about KB's dad. And KB and this organization, Point of Grace, how they were doing illegal trafficking of the children, and how her dad may be intertwined in this. So, what y'all think about Baba? This blew me away. I was literally screaming at the TV. Baba signed his child up to be adopted 3 months before she was born. And he initially told his wife to get an abortion, right? This came out in the courtroom. Pulane ended up leaving because she couldn't take it. And her father told her before the court case that it's going to be truth wrapped in lies. So I'm sure next season we'll find out what part was truth and what part was lies, but I want to know what y'all think. I think that at first I was thinking that maybe it wasn't his baby, maybe the mom had got pregnant by somebody else and he wanted her to abort it, but that doesn't make sense because he went and took a DNA test, so he clearly was the dad. But I think sorry to Mama Pulane, I'm sorry I played you like that. I shouldn't even been thinking that. But I think what happened was they might have been going through something when she got pregnant. Maybe he did not feel like it was the time for them to be having a child. He very insensitively commanded her to get a abortion. She didn't do it. She had the baby. He said he was going to give it up for adoption, saw the baby, fell in love with the baby. You know that you have up until a certain amount of time to say that you don't want to do it. He told Point of Grace, I don't want to do it. Point of Grace said, cool, no problem. And then proceeded to come into the hospital and take that baby because doggone it, we got contract signed. We already got this baby signed off to somebody. They done already gave us the money. We done already spent it. And yeah, the baby is going where we said it's going to go. And so then his daughter ended up being kidnapped, and he looks like he was a part of it. Or maybe he was a part of it. Like, what y'all think about Baba? I don't think he was a part of it. At least I hope he wasn't. So that's the situation there. I'm trying to think of what else I want to talk about. Talked about the affair. Talked about Wade. Wasn't it funny when Wade went to the jailhouse and Brenda came out? Wade was... she was looking like head dyke in charge. Wade was terrified. Anyway, I got that there as a side note. So lastly, the last thing I want to talk about though, with all of the episodes, with everything about how the show played out, I thought it was so interesting the way that they presented Poolang and Fix's character. Because if you notice, if you were paying attention, the characters truly parallel each other in the way that neither one of them are who they portray to the rest of the world. So you got Fisk, who is the girl you love to hate, super popular. She's on the swim team and everybody loves her and she's so perfect. Meanwhile, she's underage drinking, she's partying, she's having an affair with her swim coach. She's generally not who everybody believes that she is, right? But she portrays a certain person, a certain persona. Then you have Poolang, who is the quiet, shy girl, supposedly, but she's actually quite outspoken. She actually is quite driven. She will use other people to get what she wants and then, sit back and act like she didn't do it. She will put you on the back burner and she will blindly go towards whatever the goal is. She does not care. She was starting to get unlikable at one point because I just hated the way that she was putting everybody off unless it concerned something that she was trying to get. Like, unless it concerned the goal of finding out who Fix was. Okay, she, would get information from Wade. She kind of threw her best friend to the side, came to her when she needed her. Her family was spending time together. She wouldn't be around. She would be too busy doing her investigations. It was just, that part was unlikable about her, but I got what she was trying to get to. I do get what she was trying to get to. Both of them are inherently selfish, which doesn't surprise me either because they're teenagers. And I know that y'all, when y'all were teenagers, you guys were just perfect and you cared about the world and everybody and the environment. You never cared about yourself. You only cared about everybody else. I'm kidding. But I know there are some outliers. But generally, teenagers are concerned about themselves. It's about me. It's about what I want. It's about what I need. So it did not surprise me that there were so many attitudes of I, me. We throw the word narcissist around a lot, but even a lot of adults are not truly narcissists. They are people who were somehow stunted when they were teenagers, so they still behave like teenagers in adulthood. And it comes out in relationships, it comes out in conflict. When you have to grow up quick, or when you have a child quick, or you experience some type of trauma when you were extremely young, you stay around that age range in your thinking when it comes to certain things, right? So it didn't surprise me at all that Poolang was carrying on the way she was carrying on. It didn't surprise me that Fix blew the whistle on, what's his name? Chad, or whatever his name was, when she found out she wasn't going to get her way. It didn't surprise me because even though people like to say, women, they mature faster than men. So you dealing with a 17-year-old and mentally she like 23. That's a lie. That is a lie. I want them to redo these studies. I do not believe that. I have been both 17 and 23, and thought differently both times. I definitely wasn't thinking like a 23-year-old at 17 because you are a teenager. It's about you. It's about me. It's about what I want. Okay? It's very selfish behavior, but I expect it out of a teenager. So if you out there dealing with teenagers, just know, baby, it is all about them. Okay? Don't undercut them because it really will be all about them. And it's not surprising because that is how you think as a teenager. And I think women, we mature, we develop quicker than y'all, but mentally, I don't think we there like y'all think we are there. Y'all give us way too much credit, and that's probably why y'all so disappointed when we fail. But child, we just as childish. We are just as childish. Trust me. But yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, it didn't surprise me. But their characters both were people who portrayed themselves to be one thing, but actually behaved totally different. So in the end, when they're standing there in the hallway and they're looking at each other, and Pulang reveals that I think you're my sister. And this whole time, Fix has been trying to prove to everybody that she's not who everybody thinks she is, and she wants to work for it. I'm sure that's the irony of the whole situation. You're not who everybody thinks you are. You're not even who you think you are. You're actually a totally different person. And maybe the reason why you have so much drive and so much ambition and you want to work for it is because it's coded in your DNA. You were never rich to begin with. You always belong to this middle to low class family over here. And that is the irony of the entire situation. So we gonna see. Okay, I believe that Fix Mama not going down without a fight, because Mama is something serious. Child, I thought they was going to kill Pulang at that dinner. I thought they was going to get her in a room and corner her and kill her. But y'all let me know what y'all thought. I know I was going 100 miles an hour. Those were just some of my thoughts during the last 3 episodes. Let me know what you think about Baba. Let me know how you felt about Pulang. Like, she was manipulative, but she was like somewhat likable. Kind of. It was weird. It was weird for me. Zuma is who I love the most. Zuma is a true friend. Yeah, Pulang need to do better by her. That's the water coming from my conditioner, y'all. It's time to rinse it out. But y'all have a wonderful night. I am going to rinse this conditioner out and then, chill a little bit and go to bed. All right? So thank y'all for watching. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.